Hey everybody, it is David Townley with Townley Pool and Spa. I'm with my good buddy Cody Wagoner. We're up here in Conway, and Cody is one of our recurring cook teams for our EGGfest. And as you guys know, we're not going to be able to do the EGGfest this year, so we're going to bring it to you. We're going to bring it virtually to you. Right there, you guys can chillax in your living room, and we're going to kind of look at some of the tips and techniques that Cody has for us. So we're here. He's got several different eggs, and I'm going to have him kind of talk about it. But again, this is a good way to kind of learn about how to use your egg, and we are also raising money for the Arkansas Foodbank. We're raffling off a large Big Green Egg. It's $10 per ticket, and we're going to take all that raffle money and just give it to the Arkansas Foodbank. What they can do with the dollar trumps anything that we could do with the dollar. So it's a good way to give some money to Arkansas Foodbank and then potentially win yourself a large Big Green Egg. And if you don't win it, you can always come buy one. Not a problem.
That's right.
And you need multiple. Right?
You do need multiple.
So,
yep.
Cody, tell us about this your setup, kind of, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna come grab the camera, and we'll kind of get a zoom in on it. So,
well, this setup right here is a friend of mine named Jack Warner. He's with Red Barn Ironworks. He has a big red barn in Conway. I think he's like 4 miles east of the interstate before you get to Peyton Creek Catfish. He builds tables. He does all kinds of metalwork and stuff. But he built this. He showed it to me. I thought it was really awesome. Maybe if anybody's interested in one, get my boy David.
Customized, right?
Yeah,
you can customize it, put your name on it.
He has a plasma table, so he can cut out anything you want, anything your heart desires, any design, any words, anything.
That's awesome. Cody, tell us a little bit, if you don't mind, what are you going to be cooking today, kind of showing everybody?
Today I'm going to be doing tri-tip, twice baked potato, and for an appetizer, I'm going to do some pig candy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to go grab the camera so we can kind of... Some folks are always interested about how to actually light the egg. What are some of the techniques? What are some of the tricks? So, what kind of charcoal are you using, Cody?
I'm using the Big Green Egg charcoal.
Okay.
The thing with lighting the egg is what I found out over the years I've owned mine is when you shop for charcoal, grab the bag, feel it, try to find some big chunks in it. If it's got a lot of big chunks, it'll be easier time coming up to temp and maintaining temp. It won't clog your hose up. For instance, Dave, if you want to look here, here's some stuff that I've culled that just wanted to show you guys. Like this has come out of a bag. It wasn't a Big Green Egg bag of charcoal, but it clogs the hose up and stuff and gets in there and it won't burn, and you have a hard time getting it up to temp.
Okay.
So just grab your bags, fill it around, find them big chunks. I don't have the biggest chunks in here, but it's kind of the bottom of the old bag. But that right there is fine. That'll work perfect.
Perfect.
So I'm going to light this thing up. What I'll do is I'll open it up on the bottom, use the handy dandy torch. And I want to just hit in 3 spots. I want to do a triangle.
Now, some people will ask us, like how much charcoal do I put in? Or, I'm not going to cook that long. I don't want to waste a bunch of charcoal, but we always tell people, fill that thing up.
Fill it up because you can stir it with your ash tool and shake it out and relight it. It's not like your briquettes that have a lot of filler, that's cardboard and stuff like that just turns to ash. There's not a whole lot of ash with a natural lump. Also, when you're lighting this, if you're using the propane like I am, wear your sunglasses or your safety glasses, because there you go, it will pop back,
Yep,
it will hit you in the skin, it will burn, and you don't want it to get in your eye.
All right, we're in Cody's prep kitchen. And he's going to tell it, Cody, what are you making for us?
We're going to make some pig candy. What it is it's just bacon. We're going to use some, I ran out of dark brown sugar. I like dark, but we're going to use some light brown sugar. Don't ask me how much, because I don't know about that much right there. And we're going to add some cayenne pepper. About that much.
Perfect.
And we're just going to mix it together. And we're just going to throw it on top. This thing is it's going to get hot. It's going to melt that brown sugar into a goo with that cayenne, and it's just going to be sweet and hot, and it's bacon, So it's
How
delicious.
can you go wrong with bacon?
You can't. I don't think you can. It's impossible.
And you've got that on like a little wire rack just to kind of raise it up off of the pan.
Just
is that
to raise
right?
it. Yeah, because you don't want it sitting in it because it's gonna, the grease is gonna come off of it. That's gonna render down. You're gonna get the grease and it's gonna burn. So you'll want it up in the air a little bit and let it drop. Now I'm just using this pan as just to carry it out there to the grill.
Okay.
But I've got a foil to kind of catch it because I'm not gonna do it indirect. I'm gonna raise my grid and I'm gonna do it over the flame at direct cooking, about 400 degrees for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do about 20 minutes more, and then she'll be ready to go. So when I'm prepping here, I will go ahead and make another batch of this, so when I get ready to flip it, I'll have it ready. Can do it because
on the backside.
Because it's hot, because you got to do it on the grill, and it gets pretty warm. So here we've got the pig candy. As you can see, if we're just sitting outside for just a little bit, it's already starting to melt down. Hey, can I hold on just a second?
Yep.
Let me grab a... All right, it's been about 20 minutes. We're gonna take a peek at this stuff. Woo!
Whoa.
And we're gonna flip it. Now I said it's hot. You're gonna need a glove.
Oh, Cody, that smells wonderful.
It's good. Yes, it does.
Now, you guys have made this at EGGfest before, right?
I haven't.
Have not
No,
made it.
I haven't.
Okay.
Man, these gloves are a little cumbersome. But
So you're just trying to flip that bacon over, and then you're going to recoat it with some more of your good stuff.
I'm just going to go in.
I'm going to bottle this smoke up as a cologne.
I know you're probably watching at home going, just flip the dadgum bacon. What's wrong with you? It's harder than you think because it's sticky. All right. You don't want to leave your bacon hanging over the edge too much because it will get hot, it will burn. So try to keep it all within the
confines.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna sneak back in here.
Go for it.
You guys can see that. Oh yeah.
To mix me up some more brown sugar, and some cayenne pepper. With it up like this, hopefully we can see it start melting.
And then you're gonna put the dome back down, obviously, and then probably what, another 20 minutes?
About 20 minutes. Now when you pull it off, it's still gonna be a little limp. That'll be fine because as it cools, it will stiffen up.
Okay.
And a tip is you do not want to put this on paper towels or napkins. Just throw it right on the plate. If you've got some people over, about about a pack of bacon, it goes fast. It ain't gonna be enough. So you might want to think about cutting it in halves or thirds. Now I did get the idea from, I gotta give credit where credit's due, from the Naked Wiz, nakedwiz.com. They've got some pretty cool stuff. They talk about the eggs and stuff. Got a couple cool recipes. This is one of them. Check them out. Don't know them, never had any dealings with them, but just use the recipes.
Works good.
Works good. All right, we got the tri-tip here. It's gonna be for the main course. Tri-tip comes from kind of the, help me out, David, like around the brisket-ish area?
It's part of the top loin, bottom loin, something.
Sirloin-ish,
Sirloin-y,
maybe?
yeah.
Who knows?
Call it a California cut. We're not that fancy out here in Arkansas, so.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
It really has a lot of good flavor in the meat. So what I'll do is I'll check it out. Want to trim a little bit of fat off of it. Get this stuff off there.
Cody, where'd you get this?
I like to shop local. So I got it at Sam's because it's about a mile down the road.
Okay. And again, you guys were in Conway, so they offer that. If you're in Little Rock, I've gotten them from Edwards Food Giant over there at Cantrell in Mississippi. I always try to give them a courtesy call, maybe call them ahead of time. They said something about when they cut a tri-tip off the piece, it does give some waste product out, and they like to then turn around and make, kebabs out of that or whatnot. So just try to give them a heads up. We don't have quite the fanciest meat markets here, but the Edwards and the Sam's here, you can get some of these good quality cuts of meat.
This one is a trimmed tri-tip.
Okay.
I've gotten one at Edwards before, and it was untrimmed. So if you happen to price shop and you see one's quite a bit cheaper than another tri-tip at a different place, you might want to ask if it's trimmed or untrimmed.
Gotcha.
Because that could make a big difference in your price. But this is not looking too bad. Right here, I'll go with that.
And Cody, and how are you going to cook this?
I'm going to do what we call a reverse sear.
Reverse sear.
Yeah, I'm going to throw her on the egg about 300 degrees or so and just cook it. I'm going to monitor it with a thermopin with the temperature gauge because I cook to time. I cook to temperature. I don't cook to time. The only thing I cook to time is ribs. But I'll probe it every once in a while, every 15 minutes or so, just to see where it's at. And while we're going to reverse sear it, instead of, I'm sure people have heard a lot of searing it first and then, lowering the temperature and cooking it, is the egg retains its heat so well that if you get her up to 600, 700 degrees, it may be an hour and a half till it gets back down to 400 even. So what we're going to do is 300 degrees or so. We're going to cook it. We're going to get her about 120. I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to fire it up, get her about 700-800 degrees, and I'll throw it on 2 minutes aside. That should bring it up to about 140, 135, 140 or something like that. And it'll be good, medium, rare-ish cut of meat.
Sounds
delicious.
Good. And what are we going to season it with?
I'm going to season it with my dude Kevin Ward from 441 South, Fat Henry Classic. This is for beef and pork. It has espresso in it. It smells like espresso, smells like coffee. If you've never had it, check him out. Check out his website, 441south.com, campbarbecue.com. It's delicious. I love it. Absolutely love it. I was kind of iffy, espresso, coffee kind of stuff on beef, but
yeah, I agree. I think the coffee rubs are coming to be more popular. You don't want to put that on chicken,
right,
or shrimp or fish, or something like that. So, and I agree, searing it with the high heats with those espresso rubs, is really where it pays out that dividend. Somehow it changes its structure, its molecules. I don't get it, but
that's professional.
It definitely does change the profile. Some people that are not coffee fans, it smells like coffee in the beginning, but once you sear with it, you lose that coffee flavor, and you're getting that crust, on the sear, which is really good.
It doesn't taste like coffee. I'm not a coffee fan. The coffee pot's not mine. I don't use it. I'm not a coffee fan, but I love this stuff on here.
All right, so you're hitting it pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty liberal coat.
My lighting in here ain't the best, is it?
Oh, you're good.
I'll rub it down with some olive oil just to get it to stick. If you don't rub it down with any kind of binder on there, you're just going to flip it and it's going to fall off. So I'll get her something to stick. Olive oil works. A lot of people with pork use mustard. You may not like mustard, but I promise you, you will never taste it. It's just to hear the seasoning. All right.
Looking good.
Let's go throw this dude on there. This cutting board come from Lifetime Cutting Boards. I bought it at EGGfest last year.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, when that morning going to EGGfest, I was gathering my stuff up, and my favorite cutting board done dishes the night before. It was on the top. I bumped it, boom, off on the floor it went, broke in half. So upset, but we had the meet and greet the night before and met the guy that was going to have the cutting boards for sale. This thing, it might not look like it. That son of a gun is heavy.
It's solid.
It is solid. I have a neighbor of mine that lives down in the cul-de-sac down there. He does some woodworking. He cut me the juice ring in it. But this thing right here from Lifetime Cutting Boards out of Texas, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Hold on, man. Let me pimp this guy. I've still got his car, got his stuff here. Lifetime Boards from William Bush from Plano, Texas. I'll pass this to somebody. I promise you. I will pass this down because this thing will not ever wear out.
My parents have one, and yeah, he would have been here at EGGfest again this year, but unfortunately with the deal. But yeah, his stuff is high quality.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very high quality. And he told me about to condition it.
Right.
So went and got some conditioner. Super easy. Wipe it down. It tells you on the deals what to do. I use this. I don't know anything about it. It's my first real awesome cutting board to take care of. This stuff works for me, and I like it. I mean, you just get it. You hey man, here, hold this. And they never drop it. It's so heavy, but it's quality product for sure. Had it for a year, no complaints. Can't even tell I've hardly used it, and I've used the fire out of it. Yep.
Thanks, Bill. Okay, we're back outside. We've got the tri-tip seasoned, and we're going to start on that reversed part of the sear.
What I'm going to do on the reverse sear, since I'm going to go slow, is I'm going to drop in my plate setter.
It's a convector now.
Convector. Gotcha. I'm old school. All right. What that's going to do, it's going to deflect your heat around whatever you're cooking. Around the tri-tip in this case, it's going to come around so it's not going to burn the bottom or anything like that. You're just going to get like the oven type of cooking on it. So, got two of them now. Didn't see me prep the other one. Let's go ahead and just sit them on there. Try to get it not to hang over too much on the what is it?
Convector.
Convector. There we go. All right.
And you said again, what was the temp we're shooting for here, Cody?
I was about 300 right there when I put them on. Now that I put the convector in there, it's going to drop a little bit. So I opened the bottom. I'm full tilt boogie on the holes up top, which having the egg as long as I have, I'm going to know that that's going to get me about 300, 325.
Okay.
With it open 2.5, 3 inches at the bottom. All right, we'll check the tri-tips. Looking for about 120 internal temp, 91. One kind of check it in the thickest part.
Where are we showing?
We're at 99 on that one, on the big one. 98.
98.
About 104 on the thick part of the little one, 102. All right, still got a little bit of time on them. I'm not going to flip them or anything because the egg will heat all around on it. There's no need to flip. The more you flip, the more seasoning you lose. So just let her do her thing.
All right, we'll come back and check it. Okay, we've got the tri-tips off. They were temping out nicely, about 125, 129. And then this is kind of a secret. While you've got these resting while the grill is cranked back up, trying to get to that sear, we put some garlic butter on there. We're gonna let that rest, and then we're gonna cover that in aluminum foil while we've got the grill cranking back up to temperature. All right, so stay tuned for that.
All right, now we're gonna reverse sear our tri-tips. Look at those bad boys.
That's the butter I put on earlier.
We still these tongs over here.
You gotta do the tong check,
right.
Make sure they work. Okay, good.
Couple good test clicks. All right, we're about 650 degrees. It'll climb a little bit. I've had this thing all the way back to 100 before when I've seared. Kind of accident, but it happens. Don't worry about it. All right, we're gonna burp the egg because it's so hot. this thing will backdraft on you. So we could give her 2 or 3 good little lifts. All right, she's rolling.
Well, yeah, we're rolling. We're hot.
So get your phone out, get your timer. We're gonna do about 2 minutes aside on these. Whew.
I've got a timer rolling up at the top.
All right.
2 minutes
There
aside.
they are. Close her down, open her up, watch her climb. Been about 2 minutes. We're not going to check temperature on these because we know that they're done at 120. So we're just going to flip them. We're just going to bring them out about 135, 140.
All right, another 2 minutes.
Another 2 minutes.
Oh, I got it.
Thank you, Cody. Roll 'em.
Going to throw a little bit of asparagus on there too. I'm just going to drench it with some olive oil. A little bit of garlic powder. And top her off with some wood chips.
And again, this is super precise on the amounts, right?
That's right. That's right.
It's already been pre-measured.
And I'm just gonna give her a little stir.
That's a good idea. I never thought about that.
Give her a little bit of a stir. And throw her over there about 350. Let me get my tongs.
Tongs. We got to clear the rest of the
old pig candy.
And then we're gonna be ready to flip your steak.
All right, spread them out just a little bit.
All right, so we got the asparagus rolling. Nice. All right, we need to check on our potato.
Potatoes, I think probably ready to come off there.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to glove up on this one.
Yeah. We're gonna burp it because she's 500 degrees.
Oh
man.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Cody, that is a home run, son.
First time I've ever done it. Beginner's luck.
That one's
Hopefully
mine.
tastes all right. That one is David's. Right
Yeah.
there, yep.
Dude, look at that. Great job, man. All right, I'm hungry. Let's eat.
Let's do it.
Well, folks, that's it. Cody has cooked us a wonderful dinner on several big green eggs out there. And Cody, we want to say thanks, man.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
guys.
much.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah.
Thank you guys for supporting Arkansas Foodbank.
It's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, so if you guys can take a chance or take a moment and try to win a chance to get the big green egg, it's $10, supports the Arkansas Foodbank. And if you've got more questions, please shoot us some emails. We'd love to help you. And Cody, this looks delicious, man.
Yes,
We're
can't
excited.
wait.
Hey, I cooked. Y'all doing dishes, right?
That's
That's
right.
right.